Hi, and welcome to Charlotte Talks Transformers, where we'll be reviewing Transformers Animated, Episode 1, Transform and Rollout Part 1. So this is a bit of a departure. I actually do want to talk about the art style first. The art style really, well, I don't want to say it's cheap looking. It is cheap looking, but it also really fits the tone and style. It's very bright, very colorful, but very simplistic. Like, especially the human faces, it just sort of looks like blocks with eyes. It's a little unusual. I do like the Autobot designs, particularly Prowl. Prowl is a different sort of design, and there's something going on with the chins. Very, very big chins, especially that Sentinel Prime. It's just chin. Fucking just chin out there. Ah! Starscream's chin is also quite prominent. So is Autobots. Optimus's chin. Very, very prominent chins. I don't know if you noticed the chins. The chins are fucking... They got some chins. I don't know if it's like a sign of greatness. It's like the bigger your chin is, the more awesome you are. Anyways, so we start off with Optimus Prime watching a history video, which is a really nice callback to G1, very like G1 animation, like, yeah, just really old-timey 80s G1 animation. It's great. So we find out that Optimus Prime, he's a Prime, but that doesn't seem to mean anything in this universe, as far as I can tell, because it seems like he's just sitting on a rock with some other Autobots, who I should probably mention are Ratchet, Bumblebee, Bulkhead, and Prowl, who is a ninja of some sort, and does seem to be channeling Alan Rickman from Galaxy Quest. A little unusual. I just got that vibe, that Alan Rickman-y vibe. Rest in peace. Also, the Allspark is a thing. They just are being space bridge technicians on this asteroid. I'm assuming because they're technicians, they're trying to fix the space bridge, but it seems to be working. I don't know if it was working or if the Allspark made it work. Anyways, getting off track. They find the Allspark on this meteor, and the second they find the Allspark, suddenly the Decepticons show up, which, really unusual. Decepticons seem to be bordering on a myth. People know they exist, but they haven't been seen in centuries, so Optimus Prime didn't believe that Decepticons were real, like that they were really there at the start. So that's a little unusual. So the war is over, it's done with, which is a little unusual, because the war usually begins with Optimus Prime and Megatron fighting, and then they go to Earth, but it seems like Ratchet was actually in that war, and no one else, like all the other people are too young to remember the war. So right off the bat, that's a bit of a difference from what we normally see. So yeah, the Decepticons show up, Megatron, Black Arachnia, funny as hell Blitzwing, and Lugnut, who is perfect. I love me some Lugnut. He's a Megatron fanboy all the way. And Starscream. Starscream's betrayal right off the bat, first episode, planting a bomb right on Megatron's back, like a literal backstab, if you will. He's patting his leader on the back. He's like, you go get him, Megatron, and then just planting that bomb, like, come on, Starscream. And then as literally the second it looks like Megatron's dead, he's like proclaiming himself leader. He's like chuckling to himself. He's like, keep us all in face, keep us all in face. And then he's like going off and claiming himself to be grand leader, and then everyone else is like, oh, we're gonna get out of here, man, we're going into a sun, and it's weird. Anyways, so let's review here. We've got the Autobots, who are space bridge technicians, we've got the Allspark, we've got the Decepticons, who were hanging out over here somewhere doing something, and now we're over here, like, stalking Optimus Prime and his gang, and then it seemed like the Allspark just sort of teleported them through the space bridge to Earth. We see that the Autobot crew go into some sort of hibernation and land in Lake Erie, which is just outside of Detroit. Detroit, by the way, really odd setting, but I like it. Then they have a young Sumdak. His name is Sumdak. We don't know his first name yet. But we see little baby Sumdak. He's like tinkering with his electronics, tinkering with his machines. See a meteor come, go find the meteor and find Megatron's head. So right off the bat, that's a little different than what we've seen in the past. So
a better version of Transformers 4.
A better version of Transformers 4. Can't argue with that. Yeah, because what happens is we see a time jump of 50 years, and in 50 years, the technology of Detroit has increased. It's become, instead of a capital where people manufacture cars, they now manufacture robotics. So there's likely some reverse engineering going on from Megatron's head. We see Mr. Sumdac all grown up, and we see his daughter, Sari, probably going to be an important character. I'm pretty sure she might have, I don't know if she was on the cover. No, she wasn't on the cover. Was she inside? She's not inside. Is she inside? She's not inside. Anyways, so that's basically the first episode. Art style, very different. Backstory, very different. Some of the characterizations seem a little different. Bumblebee seems normal from what we've seen of other Bumblebee iterations. Bulkhead seems pretty typical. Optimus Prime, really different. He's not the grand leader. He seems, well, he mentioned that he went to the Autobot Academy, and then I believe it was Ratchet made, or someone made a comment about him, like, why isn't he heading up the Elite Guard? So something probably happened there, maybe a bit of a demotion. But yeah, Optimus Prime is not the fearsome leader we're normally used to seeing. He seems a lot younger. He seems, I don't know. It's like this is Optimus Prime that missed the war. Like, I guess this is Optimus Prime if he just, like, checked on out of the war and just, like, did something else for a while, or maybe he wasn't even born then. So I like it. I really like it a lot. It's interesting. It's different. Prowl is also a bit different. He's a ninja, which is cool. I like it. He's doing his, I don't know if they were throwing stars or what, but anyways, his design looks freaking amazing. Kind of reminiscent of Drift, a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But what else can I talk about?
Ratchet is old.
Ratchet is really old. Ratchet's, like, he's got, like, these little fucking bumps here, and he's, like, missing half a fucking chevron, and he's, like, got a bit of a pot belly going on. I don't know how how a robot develops a pot belly, but he did. He, you know, drinking too much Energon, I don't know. You know, he just let his Energon addiction get out of hand. And
Hey, he fought in the war. Give him a break.
He's a veteran. Like, Ratchet, he's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants. It's fine. It's good. Just don't judge him. He's been through too much. But that's basically the first episode. Really interesting. Really excited to see where it goes. I'm trying to think of if I missed anything. We saw Sentinel Prime, and we saw Ultra Magnus, who looks really different from the Ultra Magnuses I'm really used to seeing. I'm really used to IDW IDW Ultra Magnus, who is fantastic. He's just amazing. So this one seems like sort of a old leader type. Honestly, we got like 2 lines out of him. Sentinel seems like a jerk right off the bat. He's got a huge freaking chin, and he seems like a bit of an a-hole. So I think that's fairly typical for, I don't know, I only really remember Sentinel Prime in the movies, the Transformers movies. I don't remember him in any other continuities. Do you?
He was in IBW, but only mentioned.
Who the frick was Sentinel Prime? I don't know. Anyways, that was the first episode. Really good first episode. Really eager to see where this is going from here. I mean, I'm acting like I've never seen this before. I saw it years ago, and I barely remember what happened. So this is kind of like a reawakening. I just remember it was super fun. I laughed a lot. Yes, it's made for kids. It's really obvious this is a kid's show. They got some good lines, though. I got some good laughs out of even this first episode, and I remember it getting really better, and I remember quite a few good cameos, actually. So stay tuned for episode 2, Transform and Rollout Part 2. If I missed anything, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.